Young nigga hopping out, busting like full charters, popping pills, mix a gallon of Sherman, some holy water. Mix a gallon of Sherman, some holy water, sell it to a priest, he probably can get it off by tomorrow.
Both what they talking about, this here's where it's at. Look, I came in this game, I stuck my fangs in this game, I wore no chain in this game, I hood my name in this game.
Phantoms ain't the only thing that's suicidal. Open the doorway to his soul, hit the hallway, then hit the closet. You see a rifle aiming at your arteries, part of me, parts of me is psycho.
Slow motion for the ambulance, the project filled with cameras, the LAPD gambling, scrambling, football numbers slandering, homies' names on paper, you snitched all summer, the streets don't fail me now.
Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, born June 17, 1987. Kendrick Lamar is no question one of the dopest hip-hop artists to ever grace the culture. He, at one point, was everything you wanted from the hip-hop genre before everything had gotten so stale and redundant. Keywords, at one point. It's been at least 3 years since Kendrick Lamar has dropped a song or video, and since April 14th has recently passed, over 4 years since he's blessed us with his last album in 2017. So my first question to you is, has Kendrick Lamar secretly retired without letting us know? This video was inspired by Punch of TDE, the president of Top Dog Entertainment, that is the label for Kendrick Lamar, and his words on Twitter that suggest that hip-hop music and the rap industry has all become watered down to the point it feels we're drinking the same liquid over and over again. No flavor, just name change of new single or TikTok sensation that catches on and inspires a new whack artist every day. When I saw that tweet from Mr. Punch, I couldn't help but think to myself, I blame you, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and guys of that pure hip-hop ilk. More than ever, the game needs you guys, and it seems you've gotten so fat and happy, or fat and sad, or jaded, that you can't be bothered to give us lovers of hip-hop the attention we gave you at some point and help steer the babies in a direction outside of all this bullshit being pressed on us today. Every line about shoot 'em up, kill, ops, smoking this guy and that guy, or on the female side, being vile and disrespectful to everything and everyone, including your own body. Making it seem cool to be this careless GTA character with no regard for the following generation. It's all pollution, and Punch is right. It's all one long, drawn out, no creativity having, drug addict inspired, no more thought, just freestyle 30 songs a night instead of one amazing track that will leave a mark sound in hip hop. History will look back on this era as the low point in time as far as creativity, even though it's been the best time to be a rapper as far as making money, which is exactly what the powers want you to think. That being that way will get you rich and famous, all while selling your future down the river. Of course, you have the Polo G's, your Wale's, salute to the Triple X's and Nipsey Hussles who left us when we desperately needed them. But the rest of this hip hop shit is trash. And with that said, here are 3 reasons we need you, Kendrick Lamar, if nothing else but to inspire the next you and keep it going. Because how long can the culture be led by vultures of our own kind, teaching us that kill or be killed is the new cool? That being too high to sit and give a good interview is dope. That anything goes in the name of going viral. Don't leave, Kendrick Lamar. We need you. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth. Let's get it, man. Don't retire. Reason number 1. Unfinished business. The first reason you simply cannot sit back in your prime years and allow this to happen is because although you've dropped at least 3 masterpieces, 4 including Section 80, this new generation haven't been privy to hearing what real, thought out, and thought-provoking hip-hop music sounds like. Think about it. It's been 4 years since the damn album. That means the prime listening ears of hip-hop fans today, which is about 18 to 25 for the most part, haven't even heard that album, seeing as they were as young as 14 years old at the time it dropped. The influencers blowing up new dances on the new platforms are taking songs from guys that, while entertaining, aren't leading the youth in the right direction. Instead, taking as much money and fame from the culture without giving back. I love the Pooh Shiesties of the world, the Lil Durks, as there's a need for that because it depicts reality of where the youth have gotten. But just as they are important in showing you the negative influence and what's to become of that world, we also need guys from those same upbringings that chose a different route and can still sell out shows and albums without telling the youth to catch a body, or shake your ass, or tell on your friends, get out of trouble, and boast about it like it's okay. Kendrick Lamar's body of work at the point of 3-4 years ago was right on pace with the balance needed in hip-hop, as every few years we got a project from him. Now, with it going on year 4, no album, I'm afraid his influence will at some point be lost in the sauce of what listeners have to digest today, and his sound specifically will become almost extinct. Don't retire, reason number 2, no successor. The second biggest reason I don't want Kendrick Lamar to secretly retire is because at this point, you can't just leave without there being a clear-cut artist to carry the torch and create great hip-hop music. With hip-hop being the most popular genre of music now, more than ever, we need guys that are wholesome representations of what we have to offer as a culture, art-wise. They don't only need to look at us and see us carrying guns in our videos, smoking weed all day, wearing overly gaudy jewelry, and shaking ass as a female as the only way to be taken serious as entertainers. And I use taken serious very loosely. Because let's be honest, 99% of the artists selling me the gangster image, I don't believe they're actually gangster outside of their crews or their weapon of choice. If you catch most these guys out somewhere alone, they'll be running behind Starbucks tables like Rich the Kid. Would I take Cardi B or Meg Thee Stallion serious as a lady I can present to my own kids or anyone wanting to do business? Hell no. They don't even present themselves to their own kids. What I'm saying, Mr. Lamar, is your music, just like Tupac famously said, may not change the world, but I do believe it can be the spark in someone that can. If you're going to just fall back on us, at least help find another talent with just as much passion as you had when you started, but not the right looks, and push him to the forefront. I wouldn't say you owe it to hip-hop, but don't retire, reason number 3, legacy. And the final reason you can't just retire in secret, Kendrick Lamar, is because within this hip-hop history, I think there's more work to be done for you to be remembered as one of the greats like you should later on down the line. Of course, guys like myself understand your worth, but in 30 years, will they? Or will they think this shoot-'em-up, drugged-out, careless era was the extent of the early 2000s to 2020s? When they think about guys like a Drake that has been and still is so visible within the game and is still putting out music, will they remember that along with him, you had a guy named Kdot that was neck and neck as the best in the game? It isn't all about sales. I know some make it about that today, the academics of the world and other media platforms, but those guys are really not for hip-hop. Instead, are simply fans of whatever's popular at the time. With that said, I still think Kendrick Lamar comes out today and sells just as much or more than 90% of the artists dropping because he's just that good and has that big of the it factor the game sorely misses. Who will Kendrick Lamar be remembered as a rapper still feels left on a comma and not fully realized, as we still need more. There has to be more. All in all, like I said, Kendrick Lamar to me is one of the greatest hip-hop artists of this generation and possibly of all time. His music could always be counted on for quality and being thought-provoking, and he himself was just an enjoyable personality to have around in music. I have no idea where his head is at the moment or what his plans are as far as music, but I truly wish he would consider making music again and putting it out for the fans like myself and his own label president Punch that are tired of this same regurgitated, microwaved, only for the moment sound that's being passed off as hip-hop music nowadays. Don't retire, Kendrick Lamar. Most importantly, nigga, don't do it secretly.